welcome back. Today I'm back with another story time. Many of you have been asking for a new story time, so here it is. Let's get into the video. My last story time was about Peter dating this other girl, and he was with her instead of me, but at the end Peter ended up with me. And let me tell you how that all started. So as you already know, me and Peter were talking after my birthday. We were just being friends, and I wanted to keep him my friend because he was part of my quince court, so I needed him to continue being my friend. At the end, he ended up leaving my quince court. He just left, and when that happened, I was just like, I don't want to talk to you no more. Like, that was just shitty as fuck. Excuse my language, but it was just really shitty for him to do because we were 3 months away from the day of my quince, and he just left. And to top it off, because he left, another person left from my court, and I was just like struggling to find people to be in my damn court. And I ended up finding 2 more people, and they were great. They honestly were better than the people that I have chosen to begin with. No shade, no tea, but the truth. And yeah, so I stopped talking to Peter after that because it was just really bogus of him to do on his part. He would say he was sorry, but BS, because if you were really that sorry, you wouldn't have done it to begin with. So leave that shit back there. So yeah, I stopped talking to Peter. Peter ended up breaking up with his girlfriend. At the end of freshman year, Peter ended up hitting me up again, and I was just like, no. Like, I was giving him an attitude, didn't want to talk to him, and he was like, you don't have to give me an attitude. If you don't want to talk to me, just let me know. And I was like, it's not that. I just don't want to, like, end up being involved with you again and then you doing me bogus. Like, I just don't want to. I ended up getting involved, ended up being his friend again. And we just continued being friends because I'm just such a nice person. The day of my quince comes and I post a picture. I look really good because it's my day. I'm gonna look cute. And he likes the picture, messages me, tells me I look beautiful, and I'm like, thank you. And left it like that. A week passes by, and one of my aunts passed away, and he messaged me, and he's like, if you need anything, let me know. Trying to be nice and supportive of the situation that I was going through. And I was just like, yeah, thanks, you know. He's like, maybe we could hang out sometime this summer, and I was like, yeah, maybe. Never did. Once sophomore year started, he started talking to me again. We started messaging each other. He would walk me to school again and walk me home. And I had like this really small locker on the first floor of the school. It was so tiny. Hated it. So he was like, oh, if you want, we could share a locker. And at first I told him, I'm taking your locker. I didn't say we were sharing. I said, I'm taking your locker. And he was just like, we can share. And I was like, all right, we can share. So I told him I got the bottom part of the locker and he got the top part of the locker. And at first he was like, why? And I was like, because I'm short. Like, I can't reach the top. So I need the bottom. And the bottom part of the locker was so much bigger than the top. The top, it was just like this much space. So he would put his books, and then like I'd let him put his book bag in the middle where the hooks were. Because we were sharing lockers, we just started becoming really close. He would take me to classes again. Before going into class, we would talk. We would just have time to hang out. And he would try to pull moves, and I was just like, no. And then there was a time that I did not see his move coming at me, and it just happened. And I was just like, oh, okay. That's great. And that's when I knew things were about to go down. And he told my friend that he kissed me, and my friend came to me during gym and he was like, oh, I heard Peter kissed you. And I was like, where'd you hear that from? Where'd you get that information from? And he was like, he told me. And I was like, damn, like this just happened in the morning and he already told you. So I was like, yeah, he kissed me. And then he's like, what's up with that? And I was just like, I don't know. We'll just have to see. So I was going with the flow because obviously we were talking for a while now. We were building up great connection, so I was feeling him. So I was just going with the flow, even though I knew it could have ended badly. From there, we just started being a thing. Everybody knew we were together. Everybody knew he was mine and I was his. Some did. And that was just pretty much how sophomore year went. I would try to keep him on his feet, make sure he was always in school, but he had bad influence friends, so he would always be ditching and doing things he shouldn't have been doing. And I always tried. I really always tried to be on his ass and be like, no, like, do good for yourself. Like, what are you doing? I was just like, I could only do so much for you. If you don't want to listen to me, that's on you. I can't do anything. If you don't want to get helped, I don't know. The security guards in the school and like teachers, they would be like, why are you with him? You're such a beautiful, intelligent girl. You're so smart. Like, what are you doing? And I was just like, I had no explanation. Like, I would always defend him and be like, he's good too. Like, people just are not giving him a chance. My parents would tell me, like, he doesn't love you, Jessica. You're being stupid. You're being dumb. And I was just so ignorant. Like, I was just like, I don't care. Like, blah, blah. I was so ignorant. With that all going on, it didn't, like, stop me from wanting to be with him. So, his birthday came around. His birthday is 3 days before mine. I was like, I'm going to do something cute. So, I baked him a cake. I was like, we're hanging out. Don't make any plans because we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And he was like, why? And I was like, because I didn't want to tell him that I was making him a cake. Like, I wanted it to be a little cute surprise. And he was like, why? And I was just like, because just don't make any plans. And he was like, well, I'm not going to school Monday. It's my birthday. And I was like, you kidding me? I was like, you have to go. You have to go to school. And I was like, if you don't, just meet me at my grandma's. And he didn't go to school. And then he was like, oh, I'm going to hang out with my boys. And he would always do that. He would always be like, oh, I can't hang out. Like, he would say we're hanging out. And he would be like, oh, I can't hang out. And he would go hang out with his boys instead and go smoke with them. And I was so, like, so lenient. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, just let me know when you get home, when you're safe, if you're safe. Like, I was freaking nice. So here I am with a birthday cake on his birthday. And he decides he's going to go out with his friends instead. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll just give it to him on my birthday. Because he has no other choice than to be with me. Because it's my birthday. And my birthday comes 3 days later. Cake isn't even that special anymore, to be honest. And my friends do this cute little thing for me on my birthday. They decorated my locker. They brought me two cookie cakes. They brought me cupcakes. They brought me donuts. It was the cutest thing ever. So I couldn't take all of that home by myself. So I told my friend and I told Peter, can you help me with this? Because I was not able to carry that. And so they start helping me and grabbing all the stuff to take me home with all of it. And I told Peter, I was like, you're going to stay here for a little bit. It's my birthday. I need you to stay here for a little bit. Like, I'm trying to hang out with you. Like, what the hell? And he was like, I can't. I'm going to go hang out with my boys. I told you. And I was just like, no. Like, they could wait. Like, they could wait. Like, I'm not telling you to stay here all day. Just give me time. And so he ended up staying there for a little bit. And I had his cake there. And I was like, I baked you a cake. But since you were busy on your birthday, I didn't give it to you. And then I was like, do you want a piece? And he was like, no. And then I was like, okay then, fine then, cool. Then he was like, can I have a piece? And I was like, no. Because I was freaking mad. First,
you don't show up when I had this cake for you on your birthday. And then I asked you if you want a piece of the cake that I baked you, and you said no. So now
you asked me, no. Go cut that shit for yourself. Oh my God, I was so frustrated. Like, I'm over here trying to be a nice freaking person, and you over here being hella rude. Do that on your own. that happened, and then he was like, okay, I'm leaving. And it was literally only 30 minutes, and I was like, no, you're not leaving. Like 30 minutes? Are you kidding me? Like, what am I, some type of charity work? And so he stayed an extra 30 minutes. It was an hour, and he ended up leaving. And my friend stayed a little bit longer than he did, but then he was like, oh, I'm gonna go with him. And I was like, all right, peace. Because my birthday was on a Thursday, and I told him on Friday, don't make any plans. I'm gonna pick you up. You're coming to my birthday party, because my family was throwing me a little birthday party. And I was like, you're coming to my birthday party. He was like, okay, I'll be there. So the day of my birthday party, I'm calling him and I'm texting him, and he was like, oh, I'm not home.
What do you mean you're not home? I told you not to make any plans. What do you mean you're not home?
And he was like, I'll be there in a little bit. And so there we are waiting for him. My dad is like hella mad because my dad's over here doing shit he doesn't have to be doing for his 16-year-old daughter. Like, are you kidding me? My dad doesn't play that. So I was just like, oh, dude, you're doing such a bad move. Such a bad move, my dad. Like, oh my gosh. So then he comes in, the car smelling like weed, and my dad calls him out on it. And I was just like, oh my god. That would be the guy your daughter chose to love. He smells like that. Yep. And so we're sitting in the car like, oh god, like and I'm trying to make conversation with him, but he's over here high as hell, doesn't want to speak, and if I said anything, he would freaking laugh. And I was just like, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. We get to my party, and many of my family members did not like him whatsoever. But what you guys want me to do? That's what I wanted to be with. And so everybody's like, wow, like, he left your 15 court and you still have him around after he did you bogus. And I'm just like, shut up, just shut up. And my birthday party was great. Like, he was there, and he left like around 10, gave me the time that I wanted. It was such a good day. From there, we just started like being more lovey-dovey. Everything was great. We'll just have to continue the story time, because I think I'm way too into the story, and there's a lot more that I have to say. So continue watching. That is it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back soon.